Hey guys, it's Sean, this is DevLog 17. First of all, I hope everyone's had a good start to 2023. I took a little break from development and I'm all refreshed and ready to get back at it. I've been focusing on the game loop recently. The main idea for the gameplay loop is to go and scavenge for items and survivors and bring them back to your base. The player can then decorate and build up their base and generate materials by assigning AI to jobs and then defending the base against zombies. The main objective of the player is to travel through the city and basically map out routes to the harbor where you can get off the zombie infested city. For looting, I made a few lootable objects where if the player interacts with them, it generates a random loot depending on the container. For example, looting the luggage will most likely net you crafting materials, while the fridge will most likely have food. Once something has been looted, a simple in-world UI would pop up to show what was collected. As of right now, it auto picks up whatever is generated, but this can change later on. But for now, the looting functionality is all there. I've been working on a level generator where I want random houses to be spawned, then have random loot spawned inside as well. I figured I'd start small with a few houses, then make it bigger. So once a player enters an area, it will generate a random house, then generate random loot inside. And just for added difficulty, I give some of the lootables a chance to already be looted. Once all that is created, then I generate the nav mesh, which is basically the area AI uses to walk around. Then I tie everything together into a single function for when I want to generate a house. Tested out some zombies to run around the generated house to make sure the nav mesh is all good. Now if all that works fine, I can simply duplicate it around the map and make a few adjustments, and now I have somewhat of a level generator. This definitely makes level building a lot quicker and reduces the chance of having to do the same exact area over and over again. I was really leaning towards an open world map where you can travel around the world and explore, but really thinking about it and discussing the workload, I think it's a little too ambitious for a one-person team. Plus, I don't want to fall into that empty open world category. So as seen before, I opted for this map-like level system where areas or points of interest are generated. Then as the player, you can travel to each one, creating a path to unlock new areas. So once the player is ready, they can open the map and travel to a nearby location and generate the area. Later on, I'm going to randomly generate areas on the map and they can be different to one another. For example, some are just houses with basic loots, while others can be police stations or grocery stores that have their own category of loots. I've been playing around with the UI a bit. I wanted to see what it would look like if some of the player's UI was in world space. So I added the player's stats to the physical player, and it looks a little weird, but I like it. With the stats panel glued to the player, I figured I'd do the same with the guns. So now they show how much ammo is left for both the pistol and the AK. UI will also switch sides when swapping shoulder views. And now for the suggestions. This one was from Spinach, which is a weapon grime system. I love the idea of weapons jamming during combat, so I added a sort of condition health on the weapons. Now each weapon has its own condition health, which will decrease over time as it's used, and will have a chance to jam if it reaches below 50%. Of course, the lower the percentage of the weapon, the more times it will jam. Once the weapon is jammed, then the UI from the ammo changes to clearly indicate that the weapon is jammed. Then by pressing the reload button, the player will unjam the weapon and continue firing. I also added a quick repair clean action to test out how it would work. So far it works fine. As you press the repair button, it'll repair a percentage of the weapon. That's all for now. Hopefully by next week I'll have a Steam page up and running so people can wishlist my game. If I do set one up, I'm really set on the title DEADED. I know it's a bit silly, but it definitely stands out. I know a few people are asking if this game is going to be multiplayer. If I had the knowledge to do it, I would absolutely make it at least co-op, but I've never had any experience with Photon or netcode. I mean, I only know the bare minimum in programming. I'm still pretty much an amateur, but I'm always eager to learn. That being said, my main goal is to have this game be a completely fleshed out single player with a solid gameplay loop, which would be my dream come true. And then if the game sells and picks up more attention, then for sure I will more than likely definitely try to make it multiplayer. Can't be that hard, can it? Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe, and don't forget to put your suggestions down in the comments. I always love to hear new ideas and test out my skills. And let me know what you guys think of the automatic looting. Should another panel open up to see the item looted, or should a physical item pop out of the object after searching? Type it down below. Hope everyone had a good start to 2023, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.